that starting out as a business loan broker and making money every single month that we can scale is no simple thing. Okay, now if you don't know this yet, we're an online business loan brokerage and we basically train folk to do what it is we do to create wealth and financial freedom. And we do that by helping business owners and real estate investors access funding for their deals. And we get paid a commission on that. Now, if you've seen any of the content on our YouTube channel, you're going to know that starting out as a business loan broker and making money every single month that we can scale is no simple thing. And sure, we can have all of the tools that we need. Maybe we've joined some sort of program. But if we do not keep ourselves accountable to the things that we need to do to achieve that financial and time freedom, well, we flat out ain't going to make it, right? And we definitely want you guys to make it. So on that note, what we've got here is 5 daily accountability tips to ensure that you stay on point and you achieve success. And number 1 is it all starts with your morning routine. Now, I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing for your morning routine. It's a personal thing. It's basically whatever works for you, right? But what I would say is that what works for you should ultimately end with you being laser focused on what it is you need to do in the day ahead. Now, some people, they use affirmations. Personally, I've tried that. It didn't work for me. What I ended up doing was very simple, asking the simple question, and that is, what's the alternative? Now, what I mean by that is that, if I don't get my head in the game today, what is the absolute alternative to me doing nothing? So what is the alternative? So when I do this, I want to get really clear on what the vision of that alternative is if I don't do anything. I want to feel the pain and the emotion of all of those challenges that I'm kind of doing this stuff for, right? I want to understand what that reality is going to look like if I do nothing. These are the things that I want to change. And this enables me to get focused on the day or the week ahead and really just the things that I need to do, even if those things are not things that I want to do. And often when you're starting out, a lot of these things are not going to be what you want to do. They are not often the sexy and the fun things that get the wheels moving, right? But you still need to do it. And often what motivates me certainly to do the things that I don't want to do is being really clear on what that alternative is. Number 2, would I hire myself today based on the work that I did yesterday? So success and wealth, it really comes down to value, guys, right? What value are we bringing to this endeavor? And is that value moving the needle of our business? It's a really simple question. And you have to be brutally honest with yourself when you're asking yourself this question, right? It's so easy to make excuses and not focus on any of the shortcomings at all. And there should be tons of them when you're starting out, right? We don't want to be patting ourselves on the back for a job well done. We've got to identify those shortcomings because it helps us improve. And here's the absolute truth that I found. When I ask myself that question, the answer is not always a yes, and it shouldn't be. Because if it is, I know that I am not working anywhere near hard enough. So make sure you spend some time answering that question if you want to get to success. Number 3, daily personal development. Personal development directly impacts our comprehension of our reality or our perspective of our reality. It affects the way we think and the way that we take action. Now, if the way that we take action can be distilled down to choices, and those choices ultimately create the reality that we live, it kind of makes sense that we develop ourselves so that, we make different choices in any given situation that we find ourselves in. And we're going to find ourselves in tons of them. So why is it most people, they never achieve the level of success that they want? Or why is it so hard to become wealthy for most folk? I would suggest, having done all this stuff, that it's either that they kid themselves that they are personally developing themselves, or they just don't want to do it, right? So read books or listen to audiobooks, listen to podcasts, watch YouTube videos, whatever it is you need to do to develop yourself, right? If you keep chipping away at it every single day, imagine how much change is going to occur over 12 months just by being consistent with doing that every day. You can literally become a brand new person, and that person will become successful. Number 4, just do something. And by do something, I mean do it every single day. If you really aren't sure what you should do or how you keep yourself accountable, just do something that you think is going to move the needle and don't overthink it. Stop questioning yourself because you're going to get into the compound effect. Every little action steps daily over time are going to move the needle and get you where you want to be, right? Those results that come from doing something will eventually start to compound and then they're going to snowball. So if that can happen just by doing something Imagine what would happen if you're laser focused on taking big action every single day. That compound effect, guys, will be huge. Now, there are 2 books I want to recommend that will help you with this, that I can honestly say when I first read them, they changed my entire outlook on life. And the first one is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. That literally changed my view on everything, right? And the second book is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Everything compounds, guys. This opened my eyes to the power of even small actions and how everything will eventually compound into something, right? Now, here's a hint. Most don't experience that because most don't do the work and they quit. Number 5, kind of connected to the above. Always be consistent. Every single day, whatever you do, even if it's that small action step, always be consistent because consistency will win in the end. If you ask any successful person, what's the main ingredient to getting where they've got, they'll say consistency. And so kind of wrapping this whole thing up that I've just said there, guys, one of the reasons or one of the problems that I've seen, certainly in myself as well, as to holding myself accountable, is that I just ask way too many questions. I get a lack of focus. I'm trying to do all of these different things, right? You've got to distill it into that one thing that you're going to do. Now, if you're going to join a training program, if that training program's any good, it's going to be laid out a bit better for you, right? But the point is, you've got to do something every single day. Now, if you're not in a training program, or even if you are in a training program and you're doing something, but you don't even know if it's the right thing, this is the point. It's better just to start doing something than to keep trying to ask questions that you cannot get the answers to, right? Because by doing something, you're getting the answers to these questions. Now, what do I mean by that? Even if the thing that you are doing is not the right thing, what's going to happen? There are going to be outcomes from these action steps that you're taking. And when you've got outcomes, you've got accurate data. That then tells you whether what you're doing is or isn't the right thing. And what happens is, and I call this dialing yourself in, right? If you've got an absolute understanding of the end objective, you might zig, you might zag, you might left, you might right, but eventually you're going to hit it. And that's the point. Stop looking for quick wins. Play the long game. Commit to the objective that you're on, the journey that you're on, and the target that you want to hit, and just go for it. And just be consistent with every single day of what you do. That's how you keep yourself accountable. Hope this video helped, guys. I'll see you on the next one.